Dear students, suppose you are standing in front of a lift of a building. You have a certain x and y values, that is longitudinal and latitudinal values of your location. Now suppose your brother is waiting for the same lift of that particular building at 7th floor with same xy values. In case of your brother's location, we considered the z value, that is height, with reference to the ground floor for his location. So latitude and longitude value is not the ultimate expression of a particular point of location. There is another values. Z is required from a particular reference plane or datum surface. In this video, we will discuss the different types of image referencing scheme. Before starting the video, I would like to notice you to watch the video minutely for better understanding, so that at the end of the video you will be able to answer the quiz question correctly. The link has been given in the description drop-down menu. Thanks to all for subscribing our channel and watching the other videos in this channel. Please subscribe the channel if yet not subscribed. Share it to the concerned learner groups. I will eagerly wait for your comments. Don't forget to put a like in this channel. Image referencing. Image can be divided into two groups. One is scanned image and another is satellite image. In scanned image, it is mainly unreferenced image in JPEG, PNG or TIFF format. JPEG stands for Joint Photographic Expert Group, PNG for Portable Network Graphics, and TIFF stands for Tagged Image File Format. All these types of image are unreferenced and non-rectified image. In case of satellite image, it is referenced and rectified image in GeoTIFF format. GeoTIFF stands for Geostationary Earth Orbit Tagged Image File Format. Now we will discuss about the georeferencing schemes. In georeferencing schemes, we will discuss the CRS, coordinate referencing systems, which can be subdivided by two: GCS or geographic coordinate system and PCS, projected coordinate system. In GCS, we consider the spherical earth, and in PCS, we consider the developable surface. In scanned image, we first put it angular unit and datum to convert in GCS or geographical coordinate system. In case of Mexico, the country Mexico, we first put the angular unit and then the datum surface, and it will represent the geographic coordinate system, that is, the map is placed on the spherical earth, and then after it the map is transfer to the developable surface, that is a plain paper or cloth, in projection, different projection manner. Here we use the UTM projection, that is universal transverse marketers projection. In this way we complete the georeferencing system. Geographic coordinate system, in case of plain paper there is no problem, x and y value in we put a particular point. It is considered in a Cartesian coordinate system. But when we consider the three-dimensional place, their z value, that is x, y and z value, three values are required to determine a particular location of a point. In the spherical earth, a point A, it is 50° east from the central meridian plane and 40° north from the equatorial plane. So the location of A point is 50° east and 40° north on the spherical earth surface. But in case of point C and B, the z value may be considered, and here we use the datum. We use the geographic coordinate system GCS to define location on three-dimensional spherical earth. It includes an angular unit of measures, that is latitude and longitude, and a datum. Now we will discuss about the concept of datum. Datum is a reference system for computing locations of the earth's surface against which positional measurements are made. Along with the latitude and longitude, datums are used to measure the exact location of points for their elevations or underwater depth. As the earth's surface is not an unique plane land, so the concept of datum is generated. Datum used to generated by the complex mathematical calculation. Datum generally two types, they are global and local. In global datum, this type of datum is calculated by considering the same point of center of the earth's mass and center of the spheroid. This datum is also known as geocentric datum or global geodetic datum. In GPS technology, this datum is used. WGS 84, WGS stands for World Geodetic Survey 1984, and GDA 94, which stands Geocentric Datums of Australia 1994, are the most popular used as global datum. The International Civil Aviation Organization specifies the datum WGS 84. Local datum. This type of datum is calculated for the smaller part of the world based on local surface characteristics. Here the center of Earth's mass and the center of spheroid are the different points. Different countries of the world calculate their individual datum. NAD 27, NAD stands for North American datum of 1927 for USA. AGD 84, AGD stands for Australian Geodetic Datum for Australia, and Everest 1830 for India are the most useful datum for the particular country. Now, types of datum are illustrated by the figure. Here, the green color ellipsoid represent the spherical earth and actual earth represented by the red border. Here the rotational axis, and this is the spheroid. Spheroid is best fit to the earth as a whole. Here the center of earth's mass and center of spheroid, these are unique point. Actually earth mass center and center of spheroid coincides here. This is the equator. In case of this diagram, we consider the global datum. WGS 84 is most useful global datum. In case of local datum, here the geoid and spheroid are not fit as a whole of the world. It fits some parts of the world, fit this part of the earth well. So this particular point, this smaller part of the world, we can consider the local datum. Everest 1830 is an example of local datum. Here the earth's mass center and the earth of sphere and the center of spheroid are the different point. You can see here the center of the spheroid and the center of the earth mass are different point. So in this case we consider the local datum. Here the projected coordinate system, it is a developable surface. This developable surface represent by different projection. Here we use the UTM projection, universal transverse marketers. This projection is widely accepted, and in case of different zone we can easily consider the particular place of the earth. Here the satellite image referencing scheme. The scheme is unique for each satellite mission. It gives the information by means of conveniently identifying the geographic location of points on the earth. It enables the user to unique inquiry about the satellite imagery over a portion of the world. The scheme is designated by path and row. The path row concept is based on the nominal orbital characteristics of a particular satellite. Path of list 3, linear imaging self scanner for the satellite IRS-1C, 1D and ResourceSat-1. Path is the ground trace of the orbit. We had already discussed in our earlier video classes path and row. Though the number of orbits and paths are the same, the designated path number in the reference scheme and the orbit number are not the same. On day 1, the satellite covers orbit number 1 to 14. As per the referencing scheme, path number will be 1. Here the path number will be 1, and 318, here you can see 318, 294, 270, 246, 222, 198, 174, 150, 126, 102, 78, 54 and 30. Here the complete this path. The orbit, actually Assuming that the cycle starts with path 1, then these are the different path number, and orbit 1 corresponds to the path 1, orbit 2 the path 318. Actually orbit 1 is 1, orbit 2 318, orbit 3 294, orbit 4 270. In this manner the orbit is gradually different number accordingly. The 15th orbit or first orbit of day 2 is path 6. Here the arrow sign you can see, this is the path 6. After 1 you can see the path 6. Path 6 which will be the east of path 1. This is the east of path 1 and separated from path 1 by 5. 6 minus 1, the value is 5. 1 is separated from path 1 by 5 paths. Path number 1 is assigned to the track which is at 29.7 degree west longitude. In this way we consider the path number of list 3 image. Now we will see the row of list 3. Here row refers the latitudinal center line of a frame of imagery. The data are segmented into individual frames of data known as scenes. Uniformly separated scene center are such that some rows of different paths fall at the same latitude. The row number 1 falls around the 81. Here the arrow marks shown here. Row number 1 latitude 81. Row number 40 latitude 41.61, and in case of equator it is row number 75. The combination of path number and a row number identifies the nominal scene center. The path number is always given first, followed by the row number. Here the list 3 image path and row distribution. We can see here path increases eastward and row increases southward. Here this is the path 108. This path is 108 and this particular part it is row number 056. Here in Indian region it's covered by row number 30 to 90 and path number 65 to 130. You must remember this point. In Indian region is covered by row number 30 to 90 and path number 65 to 130. Here the box shown path 108 and row 056. In this way we can calculate the path number and row number of a particular point, and then we proceed for acquisition of data. The total information has been taken from Data User Manual IRS 6 NRSA August 2003. Path Row Referencing System of IRS Resource Set 1. Here the TM and OLI, Thematic Mapper and Operational Land Imager. Here the path and row scheme. In this case path increases westward that is east to west it is increased. Here 137, 138, 139 in this manner, 148 here, and row increases downward. Here 039 to 046 row increases downward. In a particular point here the path is 146, here 146, and row is 040, here 040. In case of Patna it will be the path number 141 and row number it will be 042. In case of Patna path number 141 and row number 042. In this way we can derive the different path and row number of different cities like Nagpur, here Jaipur, here Lucknow, and here the Calcutta, here Dhaka, and different cities or different part which we need. In this way, path row referencing scheme of Landsat image. Now we also remember some important points, the border or marginal information of a satellite. Here the annotation site we can see it from the NRSC website. Here the annotation number line 1, line on top, this is line 1 top line here. These different code is represent for different values, that is A for satellite ID. In this way the annotation line 2 number top, this is the annotation line 2 number top. Here the date and acquisition with time, path and row detail, here the path and row detail, you can see here path and row detail. In this way you can see the each and every annotated matter on satellite image, and the annotation line number 3 which is lies on the lower portion of the image, bottom A, B, C, D, E, F, A for generation ID, date and time of generation, when the image generated, all these information are printed on the satellite image. Now recap, in this video class we discussed today CRS also subdivided into 3 parts we had already discussed, GCS, PCS, concept of datum, global datum, local datum also discussed here, satellite image referencing scheme, concept of path and row, and path row distribution for IRS and Landsat TM or OLI sensor. Now for important instruction, watch the video class minutely and answer the questions correctly. Quiz link has been given in our website thaqgeo.com or directly in the description drop down menu or directly clicking